Around here people don't wanna see just be big in anyone else. The main reason that you get fucked over now, cause everybody's in it for themselves. Did it for the wealth, now they're sitting in debt. They don't really care cause they didn't really get what was going on, but now they're living in regret in the same old place, having similar effects. But I love and I hate the place. I grew up getting blazed and I'd stay awake. I never really knew why, but I chased the pain away. But some kind of stay the same. Little Jake still miss you, mate. I reminisce with Mitch and Dave. All the boys getting blitzed for days. Hit a lake or a different place. Them times, yeah, I miss some loads. They come back when I spit me flows. All the memories I grip and hold. Worth more than bits of gold. Pissed up telling stories that didn't grow old. Still mad how time unfolds. I warmed up, then I might turn cold. Perfect storm was a lightning bolt. That's not the way it gone. These days try break it's man. This place can change your bad. Still here when most of them make it back. That's not the way it gone. These days try break it's man. This place can change your bad. Still here when most of them make it back. Still crazy when I hear them singing back. I get wavy then it's all just a quick and flash. I'm not lazy, I never say you're sitting back. Going off the rails, I didn't fit the track. Give me go, but did he get back his it back? No money cause I always just piss the cash up the wall cause it's something that I didn't have. So when I get it then it's gone and I'm sitting flat. Life's a lesson, progression. Been taught forget the stressing. They're asking questions, I never get caught, never confessing. So different testers, I'm class A just like a drug possession. Taking it back to the streets, our session. Now it's roaring every essence. I'm thankful for every second and everyone that has helped this, who's never been bad or selfish. With all the angst I've dealt with, even though most times I'm melted. Use the stars like Orion's belt is taking it for I'm high. I've left, I handled the cards that I was dealt with. That's not the way it gone. These days try break it's man. This place can change your bad. Still here when most of them make it back. That's not the way it gone. These days try break it's man. This place can change your bad. Still here when most of them make it back. Still God and ears up me sleeve. Still body MCs in me sleep. Stay real like a nothing to me. And then they get nothing for free. Shout everyone and cop the CD. Got no but love coming from me. Not stop till I live comfortably. Summer coming up I didn't think I would do. Round here's got us running in circles. God yeah I got something to gurgle. Stay green but puffing the purple. Put me mind on something that's worth deciphering lyrics. I must be a wordsmith. Still I think it's this shit really working. It's a battle just keeping determined. I'm still crafting a sheet till it's perfect. Most never reaches the surface. Just make hand verse and me verses. Just be but you say third person. It's a robber behind the curtain. Keep going I'll craft till I'm hurting. We'll travel a map and I'm certain. Making each man a man smashing the earth in. And we're not coming battle if heard with. That's not the way it gone. These days try break it's man. This place can change your bad. Still here when most of them make it back. That's not the way it gone. These days try break it's man. This place can change your bad. Still here when most of them make it back.
TS1, 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 TS1.
We get them baked up in here.
Yo, it's fungiFerg, and that was Wait Again by Just Be, and we've got Just Be on the line right about now. What you saying, bro?
Yes, you alright?
Yes, all good, yes. Yeah, so, I mean, first of all, what we ask most of the artists when we get them on live on air is, how's lockdown been for yourself?
Hasn't really massively changed for me, to be fair. Like, I'm just doing the same stuff that I've already done, other than obviously it's slowed down some recording of music because the studio I use closed, so yeah. I'm like kind of particular with where I record. Like, I record in Broadwater Studios in Gateshead, and they're shut, so a bit of a nightmare. And you probably know what it's like yourself when you're sitting on tracks and you're just itching to record them.
Yeah, of course.
Like if you didn't record them, I don't know, sometimes I lose that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You can lose the passion for that specific track, I suppose, and it can kind of.
I like to get the while they're fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, we sat on a couple of HB tracks for ages. Like, they were probably written like months and months ago. Like, and then I just kind of was like, because we missed like recording them. But then I had a session anyway got rescheduled and then recorded them, and I was like, actually, they were still,
Yeah,
I was still buzzing.
still
like,
sick. So that like brings us on to the next thing. Like, obviously you've done a lot in the past with H-Man, for all the listeners, another sick MC from the from Newcastle. Well, is he from actual Newcastle? Obviously there's different parts of Newcastle, but you're a bit further on, aren't you? You're Ashington.
I'm technically from Northumberland, like, but
Yeah.
People just class us as Geordies, even though we're not, like. But,
Yeah, but is H from around the same
he's
area
actually
then?
from Newcastle, like. He's
Oh, is
from,
he?
like,
Yeah.
the west end of Newcastle, so
Yeah, because he was, what was it? Is Scotchy? Is it Scotchy? Is it
Scotchy's like
Scotchy kid,
Newcastle.
Yeah, sick. But, so anyway, that was for the listeners, just a little bit of a background. Go check H-Man out, and go and check HB, all of their stuff they've done. But will there be more stuff then? Obviously, it's
like,
been hinted, so... Because I think...
I mean, we're working on the third album now. We've got a few tracks done, like,
Yes.
mixed up that I'll sort of sound in class. To me, they're probably the best that we've done so far, just like the growth in that, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people prefer that first album, but that's from a listener's perspective. I mean, I like it, of course, it's like the first one, but I feel like these are like the best so far.
Yeah,
like,
you think you're perfecting your craft more and more every time, aren't you? Like, you know.
That's it, innit?
So, yeah, I can totally understand that, definitely. And I mean, me personally, I'm excited for anything like that. I think we need more H and more HB in our lives. I mean, like, yeah, it's sick, man. It's nice to see that you're good getting back with it and that. But
Definitely.
yeah. So we were talking just off air about your Makina remix project. Can we talk a little bit more about that? Let the listeners know.
Well, obviously, like, I started really working on it like 2018, man. I had the beat like for that Halloween one, just sitting on my laptop for ages, like 40 sentences, because I believe at first he made it for someone else, and they didn't want it, and like we done a video on that shit, and like we shot what was it, Limitless, and like obviously we had a bit crack on and that. He's like, oh, I've got this beat, I think you like it, blah blah blah, and I was like, well, I just listen to it. Yeah. And it was that Halloween, I was like, no way.
To be honest, he fucking smashed it, and I couldn't think of anybody else like around the area who would like fit on something like that, like Makina turned grime, and like it sounds sick.
I did have that, like, I've always had that idea in my mind to do that, to remix the, like, Makina tracks, the rave tracks with, like, grime, but I never really got it done, and he had already done it. I had the same idea, and it was like, aye. But when he did that first track, and then obviously people loved it, and it was like, right, we need to do more. So I just sent him some ideas. He come up with that second one. Now we've got 5, so we technically got 6, but there's one I'm not so sure on, but there's going to be at least 5.
Yeah, so is that all from 40 as well?
All from 40, like, they just need recorded, like, well, I've got a session soon, and I'm going to kind of box off at least 2 of them, a few features on 2 of them.
Sick.
And I'm going to drop a video for a solo
So
one.
can you
like,
can you let us in on the features, or is it kind of like under wraps until you're dropping them?
I'll let you in on one of them. I'm going to keep one.
So we got the exclusives for the people, for this. What's the EP going to be called? Do you have a name for it?
That's the thing. I didn't even have a name yet.
So it's the Makina remix EP anyway. That is going to be coming through, but one of the features is, come on, let's give us this one.
Well, obviously it would have to be H-Man.
Yes. Aye, that's going to be a fire link up.
And on the same track, since 40 produced it, we're going to have a verse from 40. So there's a track with H-Man and 40.
That's sick. I haven't heard 40 spit for a good minute now, and he's
I've heard the verse at 6, so
that's sick. I'm looking forward to hearing that.
But it's the track Blue Space Flower, so it's that like remixed into grime.
Yeah. Hey, sick. So have you ever the one that I know it's not really Makina? Well, I suppose it is. Is it Makina, the Blue Sky Day one? That was always resonate, like just every time. It just reminds me like summer when I was in school. Like
there's a few versions of that though, and like dunk versions and like that was. I was playing it back in the day, like.
I reckon someone should do something with that one, And
I'm surprised if it hasn't, to be fair.
I know, it's quite sampleable, I reckon. Is that a word? Sampleable?
Yeah. Definitely, so.
Well, that's an idea for the future anyway. We'll have to get something like that locked in, definitely.
Definitely, 100%.
But yeah, I mean, do you know what's the tier system looking like Newcastle way? Is it looking like you're going to be able to have some freedom soon and get to studio and give us all this new music?
The studio, they're reopened, like, so they're open now, but they're only licensed to have one, like, person in. So,
yeah.
I mean, that works, I can still go in, but for the features, because I need to get them boxed, I'm just going to have to DDL to get the verse and whack it on, but it works anyway.
Yeah.
But I like the energy of having people there.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Obviously, in the situation we can, but that you'd probably be the same, like, where you can, it's best to record together, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, definitely, mate. That's you can get more of a vibe. I was talking about this with Rage a couple of weeks back, wasn't it, Rage? We were having a bit of a conversation about it, and it is. I mean, obviously, it's quite hard to be, you know, travelling all the way to London to get a verse or vice versa, things like that. You know,
sometimes it's hard, isn't it?
But if it's within driving distance or whatever, and you can, you know, or even what's it called? Public transport distance. I went over Newcastle on the X10 a few weeks back, few months back or whatever, and recorded with Rick, verse for Rick, and so it's easy enough done, isn't it? I mean, like, if you can, then it's the best way, I reckon, because you can get that vibe. You can get a proper vibe in the studio and get right into it, get all that energy, and that's but. Yeah, it's the main thing I've found is, like, it's a bit of a mad one, like visuals and that. You can't, like, you know, I mean, you can still get visuals, but it's not very good to be, like, all linking up in places and things like that. And that's one thing that's kind of, like, hindered myself over lockdown. But
I'm gonna be filming a video soon, like, obviously it's just me, like, but it's still a bit sketchy to be going out, like, with cameras and, like... Yeah,
it's one of them, isn't it?
Still gotta do it, like, I didn't care, but, like...
Yeah, of course, you gotta do what you gotta do, innit? And obviously, we can't sit around mourning, innit? Like, we had Manga on last week, and he was saying, like, you know, you just gotta crack on, and he's right. Like, if you sit around mourning, you'll never get outdone. You need to kind of adapt, and, I mean, I don't know, is there any ways in which you've adapted any differently, or... Is it just like, you know, have you done many, I don't know, I've come off Facebook now, so I don't know if you've done any live shows over the lockdowns or anything like that.
I mean, at the start of it, like, I got asked to do a couple of, I think I might have done 2 or 3, like, but I haven't really done any more. I mean, they're alright, like, but just not the same.
No, they're not. I was just about to say they're just not the same. No. Even, like, I've done a gig since, and it's not the same. Everyone's sat down, like, everyone you know, no one's up dancing, no one's up gun fingers, no one's up there, you know, all that energy bouncing around.
Kind of just sitting in your house or whatever, doing it. It's like, it's not got the same feel.
Nah, definitely not.
And that brings us on to a question, actually. Your boy Danny Riley, he's asking what's the highlight performance that you've actually done before this lockdown.
Shout out Danny Riley.
Yes, every time.
The highlight performance. I mean, me and Hender's done the Devlin show, like, I think it was last year.
Yeah.
That's definitely a highlight. Like, it might not have been the best gig, but
it was
it was sick because I got to spit some bars backstage with Devlin and that. And
yeah, that's the one, isn't it? When you get things like that, then it sticks and it resonates with you.
Like,
so.
Yeah, Danny Riley remembers that one as well. He said it was
I, like, grew up listening to, like, the Art of Rolling and that, you know, and I was just like spitting his bars back to him and that, and he was just like, fucking hell, you know, the bars better than me, shit like that. And it was just like,
no, that's sick though.
Like that,
it's sick to have, like, a good, like, vibe with, like, and sit and chat to these artists, you know, who you grew up listening to and things like that, and spit them bars to them.
Yeah, it just makes you realise they're just normal people like yourself, innit?
Yeah, it is, and it makes you realise, like, things are possible, you know, like.
That's exactly what it makes you realise. You're like, they're no different to, like, any of us, like.
Of course, that's sick.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, definitely it is, and, like, it's one of them things. So, like, I mean, it's getting a lot more of a shown on the map, I suppose, a little bit more, the northeast and Newcastle in particular. I've seen it, like, the likes of, like, the little blogs on Mixtape Madness and things like that. Is there any youngers coming up? Because we were saying to listeners, like, you're more of a legend in the scene now in Newcastle, aren't you? I mean, like, obviously UK still to be like to blow properly in the UK. But Newcastle, like your name's, you know, I would say you're probably household name around Newcastle, isn't it? Like people know Just Be, so around them parts and around your parts.
It's mad, isn't it? Like, it's just, you didn't think of yourself as that, and then time just goes on. You keep dropping stuff, and then people know who you are, and you